Good morning, everyone. So, I will be taking your further sessions on Indian Penal Code 1860, and here we are with our set number 3, and we will be practicing the multiple choice questions for this subject. And without wasting any time, let's begin. And the toolkit which you require for this is pen and paper and your Bear Act. Your Bear Act is must, so keep your Bear Act with yourself. Beginning with the first question. Who prepared the draft of the Indian Penal Code? So the correct answer is Lord Macaulay. This is a historical based or the background of the IPC. So you will not get this answer in your Bear Act. So mark it or write somewhere in your Bear Act. Next question. The provisions of this code apply also to any offence committed by option 1. Any citizens of India in any place without and beyond India. Second, any person on any ship of aircraft registered in India wherever it may be. Third, any person in any place without and beyond India committing offence targeting a computer resource located in India. Option 4, all of the above. So the correct answer is all of the above. You can see section 4 of IPC. It says the code is extended to extraterritorial offences also, and all these three categories are mentioned in this, so you can read through it, and in case you have any problem, comment below in the chat box. Now next question. Nothing in this act shall affect the provisions of any act for punishing a mutiny and desertion of officers, soldiers, sailors or airmen in the service of government of India. B option, the provisions of any special law. C, local law. D, all of the above. So the correct answer is all of the above. You can see section 5. It mentions all these options that were given, that any act or any offense that is committed by the officers, soldiers, they will not be governed under this act. There is a separate legislation altogether for them. And in case there is a specific act, for example, in juvenile justice, in the offences which are done by juvenile, the Juvenile Justice Act is the special law. So that will be governing those cases. So section 5 you can read throughout your Bear Acts. Next question. The words movable property are intended to include corporeal property of every description except here corporeal property means the physical property. Incorporeal property includes your intellectual property like copyrights, trademark. Okay. So except now we have options. A, land. B, things attached to the earth. C, permanently fastened to anything which is attached to the earth. D, all of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Comment below what in which section the definition for movable property is given, so that we can see how many of you could answer this. Next question. Which of the following is false for section 34 and section 149 of the IPC? So these are the statements pertaining to section 34 and 149. These are very important topics. So you need to know the differentiation between both these sections. What is the differentiation between common intention and common object? One of the, like, every examiner asks one or the other question from this concept. So the first statement is section 34 does not itself create any offense, whereas section 149 does so. This is correct statement. Now let's see the next statement. Some active participation in crime is required in section 34 while it is not needed in section 149. This is also correct. Now moving to next statement. Section 34 speaks of common intention while section 149 contemplates common object. This is also correct. And let's see the last statement. Section 34 requires at least 5 persons who must share the common intention, while section 149 requires at least 2 persons to share the common intention. This is not the correct option, because in case of 34 you require only 2 persons, and in case of 149 you require minimum 5 persons. So the correct answer is the D statement. Whenever question like these are asked, just circle false, or if in case there it is written true, so that you can avoid the human error. Okay. Now moving to next question. How many types of punishment have been prescribed under Indian Penal Code 1860? So this is a very easy question. It is 5. Next question. Against which one of the following offences does the right of private defense of property extend to the voluntary causing death? So the correct answer is robbery. You can see section 103 for this in your Bare Acts. Next question. Harvinder, who has entrusted by Suresh with certain blocks of printing a catalogue, prints the catalogue of rival's firm with the same blocks. Harvinder is guilty of, the correct answer is criminal breach of trust, because here a property is entrusted by person H by person S to person H, and he has misused that property. So this offense will fall under the domain of criminal breach of trust. A. A married man commits consensual sexual intercourse with an unmarried woman without the consent of his wife. A has committed option A adultery, option B rape, option C bigamy, option D no offense. Think over this question for a minute and then let me know the answer in comment section. So the correct answer is no offense. अगर आप देखते हैं तो it is written unmarried woman. So I am now discussing the situation the uncon before the provision of adultery, that is section 497 of IPC, was held unconstitutional. If this question was before that also, then also the answer would have been no offense, because it is written unmarried woman. And after the declaration of section 497 as void, this is also no offense, because now adultery is not considered to be an offense anymore. So the correct answer for this question is no offense. So whether it is unmarried woman or married woman, now your answer will be no offense. Every person has a right of private defense of his own body and the body of any other person against any offense affecting the human body has been provided under. This is a section based question, so you should be through with the margin notes. The correct answer is section 97 of IPC. So these were all the questions for Indian Penal Code in set 3. I will be coming for set 4 tomorrow, and hopefully these questions were helpful for you in your preparation. And if you have any suggestions or feedback, please comment in the chat box, and we'll meet you soon. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing. Don't forget to revise your Bare Acts. It is very important for you to go through the Bare Acts once, twice, thrice, and have that thinking in your mind. Just be positive and keep your morale high. Keep learning.